While saltwater intrusion typically happens every year closer to the mouth of the Mississippi River, some years it can creep too far upstream the river when it's low, which is happening right now. Now, the elevation plays a role here. The elevation of the Mississippi riverbed is lower than the Gulf. Now, in fact, it's actually lower up to Natchez, Mississippi, and really lower than the Gulf there, all the way up to Natchez. Now, the lower riverbed combined with the lower levels means saltwater can move in freely from the Gulf very easily. To combat this, the Army Corps of Engineers has built or are building an underwater sill to hold back the saltwater. Since saltwater is much denser than fresh water, it creeps up the riverbed closer to the bottom. Now, most of the salt water is expected to be held back, but a small amount could still make its way over the sill because it has to be lower in the middle to allow for larger vessels to still move through. Now, to remedy all of this, we really need the river levels to rise again, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. The forecast for the next few weeks, it's expected to even lower. Now, what feeds the Mississippi is a watershed made up of several basins that drain water into the Mississippi, and that flows south out into the Gulf. We will rely on this heavily to keep our river levels normal. And over the next week, we'll get some rain in the watershed, but keep in mind that any rain here can take weeks to get to us. And it may not even make this way. Make it this way south, or this far south, I should say. And we haven't been getting a normal steady flow from the north because many of these areas are in a drought. Now, we get the majority of our river water from the Ohio River Basin, and as you can see, they are very dry. And many of these areas are likely to stay in a drought. Now, this map shows where the drought is likely to persist, and for us, between now and December, we've got a good chance for us to be into a drought persisting here, or a drought beginning with the drought persisting around the Ohio River Valley. And so we're in that category where drought is certainly going to be something we'll be talking about in the next few weeks or in the coming months. So this doesn't mean that we won't see beneficial rain at times, just that the overall pattern isn't favorable. So the saltwater intrusion could be a fight we'll have for a while. Back to you.